All right, again, Frank DiMora here, the author of The Last Chronicles of Planet Earth, and today is April the 10th. Getting into some more prophecies, just want to show you some of my warnings, and you'll see the actual news that I've been warning about. So let's go right over to it. Okay, here's the headline that I want to bring to your attention. Khomeini, Iran will never give up its nuclear program. And at my site, you will find this link, this blue link there. You just click the link. You want to read the entire article, but I'm just going to give you a little excerpt of it, and I'll tell you why I'm doing this. Now, let me read this first. It says, Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei have backed talks with world powers, but warned Tehran will, now get this, will never give up its nuclear program. He said Iran had agreed to talks to break the hostile atmosphere with the international community. Iran and 6 world leaders are working to agree a deal to replace an interim accord that expires in July. Iranian Foreign Minister Javad Zarif said that the two sides were up to 60% in agreement after the latest talks in Vienna. A senior U.S. official was less upbeat, but said all sides were committed to keep trying. And of course, it's not going to go anywhere. I've been saying this for a very, very long time. They will meet again in May for the 4th round of talks to bridge the gaps in all the key areas and work on the concrete elements of a possible agreement, this statement said. Now, let me warn you again, like I've been warning you for the past 5 years. There is not going to be in the news where the Iranians give up their nuclear program. It's not going to happen. Iran is working to get a bomb to use against Israel. Flat out, you might as well put that in the back of your mind. Now, what I want to show you is this. I've been warning you what is going to happen. Now, in one of my videos, and of course, I've been warning this, it's all over my website, both in my older prophecy website, the BibleProphecyMan.com website, and the End Times Research Ministry website that you can get to, and I'll give you that address right now, as you can see it coming on the screen. But I want to give you one of my warnings about what is going to happen, and I believe that this warning came in 2013. Let me just play it.
Now here's one from January the 29th of 2009. I'm going to just scroll down to, you'll see it right here in the, covered in the blue. Here are the facts. Israel is running out of time to deal with Iran's surge in obtaining a nuclear bomb. And for the past 2 years, the Israeli officials have warned that they will take out Iran's nuclear site if the UN cannot get them to halt their production. At the same time Israel is warning Iran, Iran comes back and says, we will never stop the nuclear program. Let me add these facts. If you are new to my site, you may not know this, and you should. Israel warned Iraq and Syria about their nuclear ambitions just the way they are now warning Iran. And Israel bombed both Iraq and Syria's nuclear site and put an end to their quest for obtaining a nuclear bomb. What would make you think Israel won't carry out their word that they will destroy Iran's site? Now, that was just one of my warnings. And I can't put them all up here for you, but you're going to have the link there, and you could read the whole article if you want. Now, in that article, I even gave you a YouTube video to show you what I was saying was the truth, that the Iranians said that they're not going to stop, and it's carried on ever since 2009. So let me show you one of those videos.
Iran's Foreign Minister Manouchehr Mottaki says Tehran will never halt uranium enrichment, even if the West guarantees its need for nuclear fuel. Mottaki made the remarks at a joint press conference with his visiting Venezuelan counterpart. Zhang Wei has more on the story.
Speaking after talks with the Venezuelan Foreign Minister Nicolas Maduro, Mottaki confirmed Iran's intentions to continue its nuclear activities despite international objections. He said that the Western countries are not trustworthy and spoke out about what he saw as the biggest hindrance to Tehran's developing atomic activities.
All right, so you get the gist there. I just wanted to connect the dots for you. Iran said that they're never going to stop. That was 2009. 2008, 2009, and all the way up to 2013 to current day. They're saying the exact same thing. Negotiators to harden.
All right, so I'm going to stop it right there. And you saw that I was posting my warnings that Iran was going to continue on, and they have. My posting goes back, as you could saw back in this video, all the way back from 2008. I've been warning 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, and I am warning you again. Time is closing in. The peace process is failing. No one else is doing anything about stopping the Iranian quest, and it looks like everything's going to converge all at the same time. That's what we should be looking for. That's what's in the scriptures, both the Psalm 83 war and the Ezekiel war. So when you see the news today about the Iranians not stopping their quest for nuclear power, which would give them a nuclear bomb to use against Israel, you heard it here. And I am pointing from Scripture. Because when the Lord shows us that the Iranians will join forces with the Russians, there's going to be a huge detonation of some kind. We know that from Ezekiel chapter 38. We know that from Zechariah. The Old Testament in Zechariah talks about the body, the melting, the tongue, and the eye sockets melting away. Some kind of detonation is going to cause this. Could it be nuclear? Yes, it could be. Could it be something that the Lord does himself? Yes, it could be. It may even end up being something like what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah. Only God knows. But what we do know, the very players that the Lord showed us are in the mix right now, and that should make the back of your hair stand up, knowing that we are already in the last days. And the Lord will be coming for his church. It just depends on what side that you're going to be on when he comes. Are you going to be a child of the Lord, or are you going to be someone who's against the Lord? And if you are, get ready to be plunged into the tribulation period, and that's a place you do not want to go. This is Frank DiMora from the End Times Research Ministry saying, go to my website, take the challenge, read my book today for free. You could download it right there at my site. God bless.